Well, let's see. I remember that you got a hold of me, and I get this email, and I'm reading this email, and I'm thinking, yeah, this might work. This might work. It'd be kind of fun. So I sent you my phone number, and I thought, well, if she calls, maybe we'll I don't know, maybe we'll get together, go out for dinner or something. Well, sure enough, you called. So then you came over to the house.
Yeah.
Though you did drive by once.
Yeah, I got lost getting to his house, and he probably thought I was a total idiot.
Actually, I thought it was kind of funny. It's like, okay.
There she goes.
There she goes. But she came back, she found the house and pulled in the driveway and came in. Well, I'm thinking, I mean, my whole thought was, okay, I'm a single guy, and my house is kind of single guy, if you know what I mean. And I thought, well, you know, may as well get this over with. She's either going to run away screaming or stay with me forever. And, of course, by that time I had, what, 9 dogs? I think I had 9 dogs. And so she comes to the house, and I brought her in the house, and, well, she didn't seem to notice that there was too much of a wreck of a house. I did clean it up a little bit. Not much, but I did clean it up a little bit. Well, then I thought, well, we got to talking, and we were hitting it off very well, and I thought, well, moment of truth. So I took you out to the gate, back out on the porch, and I turned all the dogs loose. And I thought, well, she's either gonna, this is it. She's either gonna run away or like the dogs. Well, the dogs come running out and surrounded her. Didn't bother her a bit. And I thought, well, that's kind of a good sign. Well, then somebody jumped up on you.
Yeah, I looked down and I hit 2 paw prints where paw prints don't belong. And I thought, well, what the heck, it'll wash out. And I just kind of wiped them off, and away we went.
But you also, she corrected the dog. Here is brand new. Hadn't met her before, and here my dog jumps up and she corrects the dog, and my dog is sitting. I think it was Hopi.
Probably.
Anyway, the dog's sitting, and I'm thinking, oh, this is good. That's one. That's one. Well, then, about that time, Quincy, our boy, he's got Addison's, so he's a little different. And he only has about, I think he's up to 15 people now.
Yep.
Yeah, he has about 15 people that are on his list, and those are the people he doesn't bite. Everybody else has to beware. Well, he was holding back a little bit, and he starts to come out the gate, and I immediately saw him coming around and heading straight forward, and I thought, oh, God, here it goes. So I said to her really quick, don't pet the white one. And you said,
oh, this one that's rubbing himself up against me and going in between my legs and around and rubbing all over me. I said, this is the one you don't want me to pet?
He was rubbing up against her like a cat, and it was unbelievable. I thought, well, that's 2. Quincy likes you. So far, you correct the dogs. This is good. This is a good start. So we go in and we're sitting down and we're talking a little bit more. You were showing me all those pictures, and we're looking at stuff. And well, the next thing I noticed, Dottie, now let me digress just a little bit. Dottie is one of my kids, one of the pups that I bred, who I ended up keeping. Didn't intend to keep her, but I wound up keeping this dog. And I'd take her family out to the shows, but Dottie generally stayed home. And I guess she was, what, about a year and a half when she met you?
She just turned a year old.
Yeah, she was a little over a year old when she first met Barb. She was, shall we say, on the shy side. So she never came up to anyone. She never would have introduced herself to someone. And there she was, sitting at her feet, just adoring her.
And I looked over at Dottie, and there she sat, so nice and polite, looking at me like, I'm Dottie. Don't you love me? Don't you want to take me home? And I'm going, oh, God, I'm going to take this little girl home. And that was the end of it.
That was 3. That was, I thought, this lady's the lady from heaven, I swear. So out to dinner we go. And we go to the Olive Garden. And as far as first dates go, on a scale of 1 to 10, that was probably about a 23. It really was. I sat across the table, and I remember looking at you, and I remember thinking to myself, this lady is really something.
Yeah, we closed the doors. They kicked us out.
we kind of closed out the Olive Garden that evening.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was magical. It really was magical.
And we never stopped since then.
Yeah, and I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. This is the happily ever after. It really is.
Yep.